What's up, guys? John from KetoBars.com. Molly's been telling me to show product. I never bring it home. Look at this. Ooh, got a mug. Look, see, now I have props. Now I'm really stepping up this channel, you know? Anyway, so today's topic is the name. We get a lot of questions, so I'm always talking to Molly and Elena, who do most of our customer support, or all of it, and they always ask me to cover certain topics if there's like confusion about something. Of course, I just did a video on the FAQs, the most common questions that we get daily. But one of the ones that we get, I would say more from like friends and family, or kind of as the keto industry gets bigger and more products come out and stuff like that, is our name. Like, people are, for the first time since we launched in 2014, like, there is some brand confusion. So today I just want to talk about like how we started with the name Keto Bars. I mean, it's a pretty simple, innocent story. I thought of trying to make a bar that fit the ketogenic lifestyle and was doing research just trying to find one that fit the macros. And of course there was nothing. So this is in 2012. And one of something that I do, I mean, I was working for a software company at the time, right? So I'm kind of like, you know, I like the tech scene. Not that buying domain names makes me in the tech scene, but whatever. I started searching for some domain names that might be available. Of course, this is way before keto is really popular. So, oh man, it's like, I did buy a handful of domain names, but it's funny to think, man, I could have owned so many. Just the fact that KetoBars.com was available. I didn't buy that from somebody. It was just available, so I bought it. Oh man, sorry, it's so bright in here. It snowed a ton last night. I've been like trying to turn all the lights off. I have like one of those ring lights. It's completely off, and now the sun is out and it is reflecting a crazy amount off of the snow. So sorry about that. Anyway, so that was it. I just bought KetoBars.com. It was, in retrospect, would I have like branded it a little bit differently? Well, I guess so. Like, hindsight is 2020. I guess I just didn't realize that the industry was going to take off. Not only was there not a single product for people that were on a ketogenic diet, let alone a bar. I mean, people just weren't, other than Reddit, the keto subreddit, which is where I hung out, it just wasn't in the news. People weren't talking about it. So I didn't really consider the idea that there would be a bunch of other bars to compete with. I thought my competition at that point was Quest, because I knew there were people that were doing keto that wanted bars, and Quest was like kind of filling that need. But I knew they would probably like mine a little bit more if I could figure out a way to boost the fat while keeping the net carbs around the same as Quest bars, which I think are generally like between 3 and 5. I knew that they would at least give it a shot. Like, they might be interested in that extra fat, like I was looking for. So yeah, it's just funny to think I didn't even consider the idea that there would be a bunch of different products and there would be any brand confusion ever. I would actually say that, of course, I bought the domain in 2012, spent basically 2 years working on creating a product just on nights and weekends, so I wasn't like slaving away on it. But it's crazy to think now there's a new product coming out seemingly every week. Of course, there's a bunch of bars that are direct competitors of ours, and there's been a lot of confusion on the branding. So a lot of these other brands call their products a keto bar as well. So it's been kind of confusing. I would say we get, it depends. Brands that specifically target that word really, really hard, there's definitely consumer confusion. We get people that are trying to return other companies' products to us thinking they bought ours. And it's not like overwhelming. There's just some confusion. So yeah, that's how this all happened. Have we considered rebranding or changing the name or anything like that? Of course, we talk about everything. Well, you know, I'll talk to anybody about anything. I love talking shop. So of course we've considered it. You know, the interesting thing is our domain name is ketobars.com. So that's where a lot of our traffic knows to go. So it's kind of scary to change domain names, at least, after, you know, now we're 5 years in. Next month we'll be 5 years in. So I don't think that's likely to happen, but, you know, we reserve the right to change our mind in the future. We'll see. The other funny thing was originally back then I also sold Keto Shakes, which was a powder. So you know, I have the domain ketoshakes.com too. Now that just, I think, forwards you directly to our ketobars.com website. But yeah, so that's kind of like where that came from. I mean, it's not that mind-blowing of a story, but as brands come on and they're really branded specifically now because they're trying to take a wedge of the market, whereas like we kind of just had the market to ourselves for a couple years. Now the market was a lot smaller, so yeah, it was just a lot different. So yeah, any more questions, leave them below. If you enjoy any of these stories or you want to follow along the journey, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.